Who in the building? Let's get it past a minute. See who in here. What up? What up? Excuse me. What's the deal, guys? Yeah, lights everywhere. There's a lot going on. Busy, busy, busy. You know, you guys know what it is. So it's a concert. I think it's a concert at the Legion. You can see all the people walking over there. I don't know if y'all can see them or not. The whole bridge is full of people walking over. That's how it is when it's like a Raiders game or a concert at the stadium. Like a bunch of zombies from here. Oh yeah, they got AI that can make apps, but you know, you don't get too detailed with it. Basic app, it'll make not nothing too detailed. What up? Russell, what's the deal? D Griff, what's going on? KR9, what's the deal? Merkabah 360, what's the deal? See if we get some more people in here. I'm a little late. Traffic is crazy. Trying to get back here. I was in Wal-Mart. Fucking Wal-Mart caught on fire. I'm like literally in Wal-Mart with my shopping cart, everything I needed to grab in my cart, and they evacuated the fucking Wal-Mart. You could smell the smoke. Something was on fire. So I had to fucking leave everything. Now I gotta wait till tomorrow to get the shit because Walmart closed. No more 24-hour Walmarts. So I'm fucking, I'm mad as hell about that. Brianna, what's the deal? Yeah, so, let me see, we could get some more people out first. Yeah, I was in fucking Walmart. That shit caught on fire, man. I was walking past the produce and it's fucking smoky as hell. You can smell the smoke. Next thing I know, they was evacuating. I ain't know whether to walk out with the cart or leave that shit. Cause I'm like, what's the sense of this? You know, the stuff burning up. You might as well let me walk out with the shit. They should have just said, hey, just walk out with your carts. You know. At least let me keep my shit for the inconvenience. Peace. Yeah, so election over, of course. We all knew Trump was going to be in there. It's a lot of proud people right now, man. people proud for the wrong reasons. And my whole thing is, remember, like all up until the election, every time I do a live, somebody hops in there, you know, putting a little bid in for Trump or Kamala. And it's like, you know, all the hype, all the hoopla, everybody going crazy over the election is over. Trump is in there. And again, it's like, you know, now what? Damn, look at all these people. That's a lot of people over there. I don't know if y'all can see them. That's what happens when you put 20,000 people in one building. But yeah, it's like, yo, what is? I don't understand what people thought they was going to get out of it. Like, people was real hype. It was almost like the Obama presidential election, when everybody was in the street like they won a Super Bowl or some shit. People was crying and shit. But it was a lot of racism going on. I don't know if you guys seen all that. I don't know if the news reported it in your city. There was a lot of racist shit that happened after the election. You know, everything went through and all that when he got announced. Fights and a lot of that shit got caught on video. A lot of fights and racial slurs and people cars getting sprayed. And I'm like, you know, for what? People think that they act out of, you know, Trump being elected president. Trump been elected president before. Like, we had an okay economy, but it wasn't like, you know, he was super strong with everything else. Like people really expect this to be like a big change as far as Trump with the economy, but we know like it's going to get good. It's everything I talked about. I honestly believe we're going to see a big rise with stock. You've seen crypto went up. Bitcoin went up highest. I think it's like 77 right now. XRP went up like what? I think like 20 something cent. Or like 2 cents or something like that. But they think, you know, once inauguration happened, it's going to be like a huge rise in stock, especially crypto. You see it right now. You're seeing a lot of the companies getting ready for what's to come, and a few companies being bought and sold. The Trump effect is already taking place. Him winning, and it's what I expected to happen. A lot of things to change, but we'll see exactly what he implements once he gets sworn in. Yeah, getting out. That's the name of the game. Who's this Nubian Prince? Dog, get to the damn point. How about you just get the fuck off my channel? Peace. Now you ain't gonna see shit. Yeah, Bitcoin went up immediately. Trump said Bitcoin would hit 100,000 by the end of the year if he wins. But it's like it's consumer confidence is what people worried about. Like with the businesses, with the corporations, like are they going to be happy that he got in? Is the banks going to lend more? But it's a few things that's being brought out, and I talked about this on my Instagram a little bit. So they're trying to have it. You have a few people in Congress that's lobbying for us to not have to pay for utilities in this country, which is crazy. I mean, I said it before. We pay a lot of taxes. Our taxes more than cover our basic and essential needs in this country. The fact that corporations run the utility companies, natural resources, what have you, that we are paying for electric and gas is crazy. It's something that we shouldn't have to do. It's something that nobody planet. paying for something that's infinite. Like, we're never going to run out of water. We're not going to run out of electricity. Why the fuck is we paying these people monthly for a basic essential need when our government is supposed to be providing what we tell them to provide for us, or do what we tell them to do for us, what's best for the people? So what they did was say, you know what, if y'all gonna give black people this money, then we need to figure out what else we can get out of this shit. If y'all just gonna be giving up people fucking money, giving people this money. So now you guys are starting to see this, them pushing this bill for about natural resources. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about in the next video. So it's just common sense, man. There's no fucking way in the world we should be paying for electric and gas every single fucking month when our tax dollars should more than cover it. Or we should be able to allocate money to a certain to those resources, you know, as far as utilities. Because if we allocating money for fucking foreign aid and war or what have you, but corporations is milking us on, you know, electric and gas and water, that's stupid. It don't make sense. So it's one of the things that I'm interested to see how far that goes and if they do anything about it. Yeah, right. Like, we already know. Like, listen, we already know, man. Like, the next, I mean, every president, every time a president gets elected, I talked about this before, something always happens. We're just waiting to see what that something is going to be. There's always something big. It's either war or something with the economy. It's always something big. So we're waiting to see what that's going to be with Trump. We'll see. Remember, next month, Biden is supposed to sign for the what do you call it? For them, well, crypto, the whole, what the fuck is the shit called? Regulation. For them regulating crypto. So that's supposed to be next month. I'll see if he do that. That's one of the things I got my eye on, to see if he's going to sign for the regulation of crypto and how is that going to work. So as much as the bill that I read so far, I read a lot, and I don't see it happening. I don't see him doing it now because we don't have, I mean, you got to regulate it, but I don't think it's enough, you know, in place to regulate crypto right now. That's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot more. And I think that's what Trump is going to bring now, being president, to get more clarity on what crypto actually is and how that shit works and what have you. So I think we'll see that with Trump, and then there'll be regulations. If we do sign some type of regulatory shit in place, it's going to be probably something that's minor, but I think it's going to be something that's going to be strategic to where, you know, that we just can do more. Hopefully, we can do more with Bitcoin. And because you got to think about it, it's money. We trade with crypto, and you should be able to walk in any store that you buy anything from, Wal-Mart, what have you, and buy with crypto, you know, and buy and sell with crypto. Some places is doing it now, a lot of places are not, because it's not regulated and it's not considered, you know, federal currency yet. But we'll probably see something like that happen coming up. What up, Enzo? Let's see. Yeah, I deleted. I got rid of a bunch of these boobs on here. You already know, every time I go on live, there's always some fucking weirdos. Yeah, the meeting. So you guys will get the meeting I probably send it out. It's probably going to be in a few hours. You guys will get it late tonight or in the morning. It's 3 hours, so I wanted to make sure we got into a lot in that video. That was actually a good meeting. So I want to make sure I get the whole meeting out to you guys, like 3 hours. So it'll be like 2 videos. So you guys will get it tonight. I'm mixing down a lot of videos, so it'll be ready to go tonight. You guys get it tonight about a morning time. So check the emails. I'll look for it. So you guys will probably get it in a few hours from now. A lot of people asking about it. It was a good meeting. I went over the calendar. We talked about a bunch of different stuff, so you guys will see. I think it's a good thing to watch. As I said, for Merkabah Scholar Society members, if you guys got into the whole Amazon course, if you guys are doing that and everybody's doing it, I recommend you guys start with the final video, the one that's on Shopify. I think that's worth more of your time to start with that, and then work your way backwards to the first video, and you can do the Amazon affiliate. So this is crazy. I'm just looking at I've seen this a million times, but I've never seen this at night. So many people walking across the bridge. Like a zombie movie. But yeah, I got you guys' emails on that. You guys will get the video. It's, I wanted to make sure I get everything in there. I didn't want to cut too much out from that meeting. So yeah, it's long. I wasn't trying to make it that long, but it ended up being 3 hours. Yeah, getting rid of income taxes and doing, I mean, that's going to affect businesses, of course, but that goes with his whole getting rid of the Federal Reserve thing. Because get rid of the Federal Reserve and the IRS. I mean, how? Again, like you guys know this already. Paying federal taxes is unconstitutional. We are not supposed to be paying federal taxes. A lot of people think it's a joke when I say that. You can look it up. We are not supposed to be paying federal taxes. When you go to work, when you go fill out for a job, they give you a W-4. That W-4, you waive your right to not pay federal taxes, and you agree to pay federal taxes. That's the whole con with the whole name shit. You guys heard about that shit. Your name in all capital letters is the corporation. Your name in capital and then lowercase is you. Any bill that you get, anything having to do with money, any medical bills, your name will always be in all capital letters. So this is a part of the deception. All that stuff is tied up with the Federal Reserve. Getting rid of the Federal Reserve is going to change a lot. I don't know how Trump is going to do that, but I think it's going to segue into crypto anyway, which is what they're doing, as you guys can see. But again, like I think something going to happen to him because of that. This whole. Remember today, what happened today? It was an assassination attempt again on this dude. So pay attention to that. It's an assassination attempt again on Trump. So they trying to show us something. I think something gonna happen with that whole thing. And we'll see what actually happens. But it's crazy. It's crazy looking at it and seeing so many people talking about Trump being assassinated, protect Trump, and it's out there. It's out there. So we'll see what happens. But the Federal Reserve, they just segued over to crypto, and they're definitely in the bill going to be probably a different name attached to whatever CBDC is going to be fucking running this country. We'll see. Yeah, man, deportations, like, and here's the thing with that. This is one of the reasons why that might go through is because of all these fucking. So they're talking about deportation and everything. Well, again, think about all these immigrants who we allowed in, all these people who came in from the war. all these foreigners and everything that they've been giving all this money to and everything like that. Now people confused about who's going to be deported. Is it going to be them or illegals? You know what I'm saying? So who's getting deported exactly? What's going on? Is he straightening out the whole thing that Biden put in place and everything, bringing all these immigrants in here? We don't know. So it's not clear yet, but it's getting even more clear as we get closer to it. Deportation for who? Who's going to be deported? We'll see. But these people coming in here, especially over here on the West Coast, they filling in a lot of spots. They're filling in jobs like crazy. So I talked about what I think is going to happen with that whole situation. So we'll see. Yeah. Jermaine, you didn't get your email. Make sure your email is the same email that's attached to what you signed up with, what you paid for. Make sure it's the same email. Shoot me an email. Let me know what your email is so I can make sure you're on that actual list. Sometimes emails don't go through straight away, but you should have got an email. I'll send it out to everybody. Alchemist. What's the deal? Yeah, like it seems like they're trying to get rid of any remnants of the Federal Reserve System, and quickly as possible. If you're paying attention to what they've been talking about in the news, especially on CNN, C-SPAN, the monetary system, we all agree it's a piece of shit. It's bullshit. But they're really pushing towards changing all this. Like crypto, like CBDC is coming. There's no way around that. You're seeing it everywhere. They're talking about it all the time. It's just who's going to be the fucking president to implement it. It's not going to be Biden. It's going to be Trump. And again, it's going to really come down to once they regulate crypto, then we're going to know what's going to happen. That's what I'm waiting for. When they regulate it, what are they going to put it as? How are they going to define it? It's going to be, widely accepted. Are they going to put it like the same as like, cash or even credit cards or what have you? What type of, platform is they going to give it once it's regulated? And that's the big deal. That's the big one right there. Because that's going to give us a lot of insight into the direction they're going to go with it. But we know ultimately they're going to give us a gold and silver back CBDC. And the whole thing is, are they going to give it to us when shit hit the fan or, after? We don't know. That's going to be really found out once we see this regulation happen. Yeah, they talk about lowering interest rates. That's, again, Federal Reserve control all that shit. It's stupid. Like, oh yeah, that was another thing that was talking about. Hopefully they do this about wiping the debt like every 3 years, like lowering it from 7 years down to like 3 or 4 years. Like, credit report, whatever like that. So like if something on your credit, it won't take 7 years to come off, it'll take 3 or 4 years to come off. So they was talking about a lot, man. I think a lot of it is going to have to do with what happens with the Federal Reserve because they control all that shit. So we'll see what they do. But again, man, when you think about it, we shouldn't be paying none of this shit. We shouldn't be paying state taxes. Well, state taxes is fine because we got like paying taxes. I understand that shit. Like I get it because that goes towards roads and schools and everything like that. But I don't think people realize how much we pay in taxes. We pay enough in taxes a year to take care of every single thing that we need. Roads, schools, utilities, everything. Everything. Like you gotta think about it. Like the number we don't even know. That's something that's not told to us. Like they give us a rough estimate as to what we pay a year in fucking taxes. But you gotta think about it, man. Think about every time you go and you go shopping. Like taxes, right? You go and buy your clothes, your food, whatever you buying, taxes. It's just you, one person, right? Now you do that times 100 million, right? A day. We talk about a day. Think about how many people are shopping a day, paying taxes a day. It's in the tens of millions a day, right? It's 365 days in a year. And we're talking about probably generating in taxes a day. And man, I'm gonna be conservative and say at least $1 billion, at least $1 billion a day. So $365 billion a year, which we know is more than that. It's more than that. So maybe one, let's say 1.1. Like being conservative, that is more than that. So you do that. Let's just take it to 1.1 trillion, right? You do that, and then you look at how much money we give out in foreign aid a year. Because think about how can we give out all this money? 30 billion to this country, 20 billion to this country, 10 billion to this country. The only way we can do that and give out that kind of money a year is if our taxes is generating in the trillions, which it is. So it's crazy. So it's funny because like I really think it's a setup with the whole Trump thing, because the shit I'm reading with Trump trying to fix the shit. He's trying to fix everything. And it's like, you know, is this real, or is this just a setup for him trying to implement his policy, and then something happening to him because of this policy, and it's just all a setup from the jump. But from everything I've been reading, like all the plans, everything he's talking about has to do with killing all this bullshit. And it's all wrapped up in Federal Reserve nonsense, all the banks and everything like that. All that shit has to be taken care of, man. And it has to be for CBDC to work anyway. We got to get rid of all that shit. We got to get rid of all of it. All of it. There's no way the economy is going to work and flourish again with the same type of system in place. Yeah, it's crazy. So like since the election, I've been paying attention, going back and just looking at policy. There's a lot going on. Like honestly, like when you look at this is what shows me that Kamala was just really put there to be a distraction. Like they had no intentions of her winning, or they knew she wasn't going to win. She was put there to be exactly what she was. A bunch of attention towards the presidency, towards the election, and everything like that. Because when you look at the amount, the plan, everything that Trump put out, it's like Kamala put out nowhere near the amount of work. She didn't put out nowhere near the amount of policy. It just was like, hey, I'm just going to continue Biden's policy. So I'm looking for her policy, her full plan. I couldn't find it. It's not that much she put out compared to what Trump put out, which I thought was crazy. I thought she would be more on her shit, but that just goes to show that she was put there on some bullshit. Because again, as I said before, like how do you make this woman the Democratic nomination? That don't make sense. You're gonna tell me nobody else wanted to run for president, and this is the person who you choose to be the Democratic nominee for the presidential candidate for the White House. On the Democratic side, y'all choose her. It don't make sense. I just feel like she was put there to be exactly what she was. They wasn't serious about her. And when she came out and said everything that would make it, you know, understandable that she lost. You know, bringing out Megan Thee Stallion, bringing out Cardi B, saying I would not change nothing that Biden did. The whole transgender bullshit, all that shit was put in place for them. So when the election is over, everybody can be like, oh, well, that's why she lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just was like, it's obvious now more so since it's over that you can see that she was just put in there to to do exactly what she did, and that's just be in the way. The plan was for Trump all along, and he crushed him. That's a landslide victory. And Jared, exactly. Exactly. Voting matter, they wouldn't allow us to do it, right? If that shit really did something, they definitely wouldn't allow us. Like, we actually would have a hand in controlling our government and what happens. Yeah, you are exactly right about this. I say this shit all the time. Like, and even still, like, getting up and going to the polls and voting and everything, it'll make you feel good. Right? You know, if that's what you want to do. But at the end of the day, you're not going to know if your vote was counted or not. There's no way you're going to fucking know. They can tell us anything. It's electoral college. All this shit is fucking electoral. They can tell us anything they fucking want to tell us. We're not going to ever know for sure. They could just say, hey, such and such won. And how are we going to fucking really know? There's no way we ever going to know. That's why I said that voting shit don't work for that reason. And you remember in elementary school, you had to put a fucking name in the hat and we counted that shit. You had to count the fucking votes. Like, there had to be cameras, eyes on the ballots 24/7. And they have to be physically counted one at a time by people with cameras on them so we can actually see the count. There's no fucking way in the world. Like I said on my Instagram, man, like, listen, think about all the campaign videos that go out there, right? We see all month, go vote, go vote, go vote, vote for this person, this is the time you vote, this is the place you vote. But never, we still haven't ever seen any type of information on how to fire a fucking president. We know about impeachment, we know about all that stuff, but what can the people do when politicians, when the president is not doing what we elected them to do? There's nothing in place for us to go and fire this person. It's crazy to me. Like, everything that goes into voting, we elect these people, but we can't have a poll or have like a quarterly, you know, critique on the job of our elected officials to say, hey, this candidate or this elected official is not doing what we elected them to do. We need to get rid of them. And then we get rid of them. That's not, they never tell us nothing like that. They never say, hey, this is how we fire this guy. If you hire somebody to do some work on your house and they don't do the job you paid them to do, you fire them, right? You're not gonna keep them working there. That's with anything. So we don't have that in place for one of the most important job in the fucking country. This dude could be a madman. Like, how the fuck we gonna get rid of him? Like, it's crazy. We gotta go through a whole impeachment process and courts and all that, and this dude got fucking access codes, and or he can fucking send people to war and set off nukes. You know what I mean? But again, that's a part of the bullshit. Yeah, it's a way to do it, but it will require something that they know is not going to happen, and that is cooperation from people, us coming together and doing it as the people. That shit ain't never going to happen. So, and that shit is probably in bold letters somewhere on how to do it, but it ain't. You probably need a certain amount of votes or a certain amount of people, and we ain't never going to get that shit. Man, they would not want me to be president. Trust me, should have been done. First thing I'm putting in place is reparations. Real rap. Anybody get a check? That's crazy to me. But hey, it died down now. I think they was fucking pump faking. It was gaslighting this whole situation because they're not really talking about it no more. Kamala was saying that she would do. That's another thing that she said that was crazy, that I knew she was bullshit. Because she said day one she get in the White House, we get reparations. Like, yeah, we get that shit. But Trump actually talked about it too, so we'll see. I honestly believe it's going to happen. I don't know exactly when. The fact that we already had states pass it already, and actually send out checks and money is going to happen. It's actually a part of Trump's plan to jump on that whole thing. And again, like I said, the reason why I told you guys this before, when they start giving that money, when that shit comes into place, because it's going to happen, and they start giving out that money, don't take that fucking money. Because some of y'all going to need it, but don't take that shit. Because they're going to allow the states to pass it on the local level, the state and local level. And they're going to give out bullshit money. It's going to be a lot of money to people. It's going to be like 75,000, maybe 100,000 or something like that. And people are going to take that shit. But once they pass it federally, once the federal government passes it, it's going to be way more money. And it's only going to be a few people who actually collect that shit, which is going to be the rich people who didn't need to take the money in the first place, who actually could sit around and wait for the federal law to pass and take the big checks. That's how they're going to get people. People still talking about Diddy. Like, come on, man. The fuck? Get a life. Nobody, like, people still talking about Diddy now. Nobody gives a shit about Diddy. That shit is old now. Yeah, I mean, like, you gotta really read, man, a lot of these bills and a lot of the policies that's to come, what's on the table. Remember, like, if you guys watch C-SPAN, and they always putting things into motion. That's where that whole thing comes in. Motion is motion, of course, but things go into motion. A lot of this stuff don't pass, but it's still put forward in front of Congress or in front of the House. Things that they want to implement. It's people that come up and speak about all kinds of shit. They have demonstrations. They be having all kinds of stuff when they go up and speak. If you watch C-SPAN, it gets crazy. But it's really good information because they talk about what they're trying to bring forth in this country as far as policy. And you have people there that's actually lobbying on behalf of corporations as well as the presidency who's trying to get things pushed, now or later. The vice president is the president of the Senate. So she has that, Kamala, she had that say-so. But of course the president has the final say-so because he puts it on his desk to be signed into law. So it was one of the things that went against her because it's like, yo, you got the power to make shit happen, yet you have not made shit happen. Like, what the hell? But a lot of things I've been seeing coming up is having to do with the Federal Reserve and just the system that we live in. The system is so screwed, it's flawed. To bring in the CBDC will completely change everything. There's a lot of stuff that people don't realize that's going to be affected if we have a CBDC. One of the biggest things is going to be loans. Loans is going to be an issue. Credit's going to be an issue. So taxes, it's going to be an issue. How are we going to do this shit? It's a big, crazy thing we got to think about implementing that thing. But I think it's going to be for the better because, not really. It depends on how much freedom we have with that shit. Because again, if they controlling it, especially if they control it to the point where, of course, every single purchase is watched, it's seen. They know whatever you buy. You can't buy shit without their eyes on it. That's going to be crazy. In the beginning, it's going to be easy to get away with, but later on down the road, when that is implemented as the currency and cash is gone, yeah, that's not going to work right. No, you good, KR9. Dubai, they, of course, mostly Muslim. But that is the Islam that is tolerable of all other religions. Islam. They with the whole coexist shit over there in Dubai, because Dubai has a huge tourism zone, they have a huge expat zone, so they're tolerable of other religions. It's just if you go outside of the tourism zone and you go into places that's Islamic law, Sharia law, there are rules, and you don't want to fuck around with that shit. It's crazy. I made the mistake of going outside there. I mean, I don't get in real trouble, but you see how people look at you. You see signs and all the crazy shit, and they'll tell you. Some of the people just stop you and tell you like, "Hey, don't do this." You can't hold hands. Certain places can't be kissing your girl in certain places. You can't even stare at women. Like it's a lot of weird, crazy laws. So that's why we stay out of those places and just stay in expat zone, tourism zone. And you can do whatever the hell you want to do. Yeah, D. Griff, anybody can be flexing with that CBDC. It's going to be really convenient what they're trying to implement. The problem, once again, is just going to be privacy. I mean, that's going to be the issue, privacy. Excuse me. I got to get something to eat. I'm starving. But yeah, privacy is going to be the problem. We know what they're trying to do. We know what the end game is. We can cut all the bullshit. We know they want to have full control over the monetary system and our buying and selling and have all eyes on all that shit, which is going to be a huge problem. I don't know how far out we are from that, but that's going to be an issue. But again, it's like if you're not doing nothing illegal, of course that's what they're going to say. If you're not doing nothing illegal, you got nothing to worry about, right? Yeah, tons of bucks. You can do that with the some of the affiliate programs have those coupons, but for the Shopify store, you can do that for sure. You can do your own digital coupons and everything like that for the Shopify store. You got more control over that. I don't know so much for the affiliate program, and then you don't want to get nobody no discount for that anyway because you only get a percentage. So you want them to pay all that money. Yeah, I don't argue. Like when I talk to Muslims and they was born in the Middle East, they actually come from Iraq and all that, I don't leave them alone. I don't even talk to them. I don't argue and debate with those people because everything that they grew up knowing and their whole life is wrapped around Islam. So I don't even argue with those people because that's all they know. It don't even make sense to them to say anything else because it's just Islamic law is all they know. You can have as many wives as you want. In Islam gold, you can have as many wives as you can afford. That's how it goes. As many wives as you can afford. No problem. I got you. But yeah, like I said, the Shopify is what you guys want to start with. If I start with the Shopify, I think it's worth the time. It's worth more time doing that than the affiliate stuff. You want to do that eventually, but in the beginning, like right now, setting up. When you watch the video, you'll see what I mean. It's just more time you want to put into that than anything else because that's the most money. Whereas with Amazon affiliate, you're getting a percentage, but with the Shopify store, you set your own price. They'll give you the wholesale price, and then you can change that price, of course, because somebody buys something, it's going to take out the wholesale price. If it's $6 and then you change the price to $12, they get their 6, you get 6. But you can change the price, so you get more money with that, and you get the money, every day. You don't have to wait a month like with the affiliate program to get paid. Once you sell something, you get your money in your account same day. Yeah, it's all BS. But again, like I said this before, especially for us. None of our ancestors, they all had multiple wives. Again, I don't think men is meant to have one wife. It's not in our nature. So it's just something that we see here. Everywhere else, you see multiple wives. All those African kings, and even in Africa today, it's multiple wives. Multiple wives. So I know a lot of dudes that became Muslim just for the multiple wives. But that's personal business. Yeah, a lot of religions. That's mostly Christianity. They look at that. But what was that? Solomon had like what, 200 wives? So. Soul Battery, peace. I hope you ain't no Cowboys fan. Poor Dak. I'm about to lose a lot of money. Dak Prescott's that's Mr. Bankable for like the last 4 years for me. I made so much money. I almost won $17,000 the other day, but Tyrese Maxey went out and they come back in. I needed him to score 27 points. I would have won 17 grand. It was the only thing that didn't hit. I was sick. Solomon had a bunch of wives, so when a lot of Christians talk that, I always bring that up. When you think about it, it should be like that anyway. But it's just, no black woman taking that. Most black women are like, hell no. A lot of jealousy and all that shit coming into play. So. Yeah, to each his own, man. A lot of people got their own twists. A lot of people like what they like. You just gotta try to find what you want, and don't force what you want on somebody who don't want what you want. That's what most dudes do. Know they can't do with one woman, and then get a woman that it's not about their life. Don't want to share her man, and then it's not a promise. Change his own. Everybody got their choice. The whole polygamous movement right now, a lot of people are doing it, because of poverty. They see it's more like, if you just think about it. Forget the whole sexual part of it. But if you think about having 3 incomes in a household, 3 people that's business minded, that's coming together, trying to put their money and resources together to make something big, then that makes sense. And that's what I be hearing from a lot of polygamous people, groups, and that's what they be saying. They say, hey, you know what? We are professionals. We coming together. We're trying to run a business or start a company or whatever they try to do. But 3 heads is better than 2, I guess. But you got multiple people in a relationship that's bringing stuff to the table. Then that's cool. It's different when you got some rich guy with a bunch of girls. It ain't the same. But a lot of people are doing it and coming together for financial benefits and just for building. I don't see nothing wrong with it at all. It's ancient. It's what we've been doing on this planet for a long time. It's just the culture, hip hop culture, got everybody on some other shit. People look down upon shit that they can't do. A lot of people just be hating because they can't do shit. But I don't give a shit. It never really bothered me at all. None of that that stuff. So it is what it is. Like I said, everybody got their own choice. Yeah, I think all of that stuff has to do with just emotional shit. Like, you know, it's emotional. I mean, I know people. I got friends that's doing the same thing, that's into that stuff, and I heard all kinds of stories. Like, you know, so people have their problems and issues with it, but for the most part, I can say from the people who I know that's in polygamous relationships, they doing good. They doing good. They doing big things. Shit, a friend of mine opened a restaurant with his girls and beauty supply store and all kinds of businesses. Like I said, if you come together, you got three heads that's business minded, that's making money. What's wrong with them? What's not wrong with them? So again, I think it's about the emotional part of it. Is that something you can do? Of course, you can't do it if you're a jealous person, but is that something you can do without the jealousy? If you have a really good relationship, everybody's just cool, y'all on the same page. I don't see a problem with it. I've seen it work, but you know, of course, you know, something like that is bound to be some type of issue. But you know, who knows? Oh, believe it or not, a lot of conscious women is into that, man. I've met a lot of conscious women that's actually into the whole polygamy thing because they understand the building part of it. You understand, like they understand that shit, and it's not even a situation where a female has to like females. You just don't mind the situation with another female. I don't mean she got to touch the female. It could just be, you know, to another female in a relationship, and she's just cool with that. The two females ain't got to be doing anything. It's just most people look at that and they think, oh well, you know, she like girls. In a lot of cases, that's not the case. It's just, again, it's like I said, emotional shit. Just understanding the situation, being an adult and growing up about it. Some people coming into it and their whole mindset is the sex, and they're not thinking about the financial benefits in actually building something. And I think the people that come in it with that mindset are the ones who have like those successful relationships. So it just depends on, like I said, the people and the mindset of it. Nah, they done now. They're walking over the bridge, but it's probably a good 30,000 people. So, yeah, don't be nowhere near Mandalay Bay. All these people in cars, too. This parking lot packed. But whenever I stay here, I always try to come out. So, you know, a lot of people like to see the Luxor, which is all lit up in fucking Christmas colors. Walmart is full of Christmas shit over here. That should make me sick right now. Like, damn. Let us eat some turkey first. But no, again, I'm selling Christmas shit right now myself. So. Yeah, of course. A lot of men can't do that shit. You know, two guys and a girl, like one girl. No, it's just like it's like against the, you know, masculinity of most men. It's just no. A lot of dudes don't want to see that. And then some dudes do. I've seen that as well. I've seen a woman with two guys, and that's a different situation. Yeah, most guys can't handle that, don't want to handle it, and some guys probably would be cool with it, but it's more so society. You know, how they feel like they're gonna be looked down at or looked at differently. And they may not be gay at all, but some people might think they're gay for having another man in the fucking household with your wife. It's just, you know, again, you gotta be built like that for that shit. built like that, man. Most dudes, that's not at all. And some dudes don't give a fuck. Like, it's what it is. Like I said, everybody got their twist, man. Everybody got their little turn on. Yeah, like I said, everybody got their twist, man. Like I said, man, this is life. It's life. You get one life. This is your only experience as you that you're gonna get on this planet right now during this time. Fucking have fun, man. Do whatever makes you happy, whatever freaky, crazy shit. As long as you ain't hurt nobody, go do whatever the fuck you want to do. Get this one opportunity. If I want to do something, I don't give a fuck what nobody says or what they think. Who cares? Like, that's where you got to be with it. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna do what I got to do. I'm gonna do what makes me happy, what I want to do, regardless of how a person thinks and looks. So who cares? You can get hit by a fucking bus tomorrow. Like, it's done. That experience that you really wanted, you don't get to fucking experience it because you was too scared. And that's life. Like, do what you want. You make the decisions based on, what you want. Fear shouldn't be in the way of a lot of stuff, and that's what hold a lot of people back. Fear from doing anything. Fear and just that whole fucking procrastination, self-doubt shit. That's what I was talking to you guys about in the Amazon affiliate Shopify. Just make sure, just put the fucking work in. Put the work in, man. I have multiple Shopify stores online. I don't tell nobody about none of that shit because they're doing well. So I don't want nobody fucking nothing up. So, you know what I'm saying? Just put the work in. You can't lose. You can't lose. It's just one of those things that's gonna make money. You set it all up, you do what I showed you to do in the video, and you're gonna make money. It's just no way around that shit. Like, I haven't seen everybody who I know who did everything, put all the work and time in, they're all making big money right now. They're all doing well with that. It just takes time. It takes time to build their store. You gotta get the promotion down pack and everything like that. How are you going to be running your ads? Like, where are you going to promote at? How are you going to, what you going to be buying? Are you going to be shipping stuff yourself? Stuff like that. Like, it's a lot, and a lot of people scare themselves out of doing it, as well as with a lot of things in life. People just scare themselves out of doing shit. Fear is usually always in the way of people's success, and people stay stagnant. They stay stuck where they are because they're scared of change or scared of doing something, or they're just fucking lazy. There's always something. I'm saying? So fear holds people back, but I would never be fucking scared of what people think if I want to actually do something. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna do it. Man, I did Shopify. If you guys remember, because I showed you guys, this was years ago, when I did the Merkabah Kemet Conscious Clothing, right? I started out with that. That's when I first started doing Shopify on a big level. But when I put that out, it didn't sell. Like, nobody bought shit. It was not doing well because it was about black shit. It was black power shit. I was selling like conscious shirts and all kinds of stuff on there, toys, all kinds of shit. Nobody supported that thing. I probably, in the whole life of that site, I probably sold about, let's say, 77 things. That's about it. I didn't even make it to 100 items sold. But what did I do? I rebranded the whole thing. I fucking took everything down. I changed the name to the Ship Shopper, put a bunch of white people up there, made everything all white and wholesome, and sold out every single thing that I had. Everything sold out. Like 2 months, I sold all that shit. I put more money into the promotion, and I just put that shit out there, the Ship Shopper. I made a whole Instagram and everything, and I sold absolutely everything. So once I had my model down pat, as far as how I wanted to, promote the store, and you'll start learning as I said, like when we get down the line, once you guys have time to build your store, there's going to be new things I'll show you on how to promote and everything like that. But once I got all that down pat and I figured out how this shit works, it was easy. And then the biggest thing was the seasonal stuff. you know, niche products, little stupid shit like I was showing you guys with the cigarette lighter, the middle finger, and all that kind of stuff. Realize how little shit like that sells, and that selling seasonal shit is the big money. Like that's money, because Halloween, of course, you know, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all that stuff sells. You can sell ornaments, you can sell decorations, whatever. Like people's gonna buy that shit. See, you always figure it out. And then I just went hard with it, and then you know it works. It's been working for years now. It's gonna work for you guys, trust me. All you gotta do is put that time in. It's definitely gonna work. Wix good. You can do a Wix site, but Wix is not. They don't have. When you watch, you'll see what I mean. When you watch the final video, the third video, you'll see how all that stuff is implemented with Shopify. As far as you having that contact to those wholesalers, it's a little bit different with Shopify. I don't even know if Wix offer it, but if they do, it's not on the level of Shopify. Shopify got their hands in everybody's pocket. They fuck with everybody. So you can see how you can sell Kohl's shit. You can sell stuff from Amazon on there. You can sell stuff from Fashion Nova. You can sell Temu stuff, all kinds of shit. So you have access to a lot with that. So that's why I recommend it. It was this real frankly, you gotta make sure, man, make sure your email matches your whatever email you use to pay. Because if you pay, you got emails. So make sure to check your spam. You know, you should have got all the emails. So make sure you send me an email tonight, but send me an email right now so I can know what email you use or why you're not getting emails. So you should have gotten every single email by now. So make sure you send me an email right now, real frankly, so I can take care of that tonight and make sure you get all the emails you're supposed to get. Yeah, sports betting is tough, man. It ain't no real method to it because the shit is rigged. It's just kind of sort of some things is a method to it. Like you can understand, like okay, like I said, I've said this before. Like I said, I think the Chiefs are going to go undefeated this season. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because the fucking Mercury Morris died, and the Chiefs had a big tribute to him during the game. And Mercury Morris is one of the last members of that undefeated Dolphins team that won it all. And just because that shit is rigged, man. If you don't think the NFL is rigged or sports is rigged after the fucking Super Bowl last year, the whole Taylor Swift shit, you delusion. You might as well be a Christian. You might as well praise Jesus. The shit is rigged, bro. Like we've seen this season, it's been the biggest rigged shit ever. You seeing these motherfuckers stop running so they don't meet a certain amount of yards. You see them not scoring touchdowns. You seeing teams that shouldn't lose. Like you seeing all kinds of crazy shit with sports. I mean, look at college football. 2 lost teams. You know, the playoffs come into play right now. This shit is wacky. It's wacky right now. So it's not really no system. It's just kind of sort of understanding, like, I don't want to say gut feeling. For me, I can say gut feeling. But it's just knowing, like, you know, what teams would probably beat what. Your best bet with sports betting is anytime touchdown score. That's how you get paid. Now pay attention to that. That shit is rigged like a motherfucker. Pay attention. And you guys can go do this research on your own. I want you to go look and see all the no-name people who've been scoring touchdowns there. All these third stringers who you never fucking heard of. They get down to the red zone. Some dude you never fucking heard of, never knew was on the team, just scored the touchdown. This is how they cheating the shit. That's how they cheating it. You look at a game and you like, oh hell yeah, Amon-Ra St. Brown gonna get a touchdown against this team. And certain people who are top tier receivers, tight ends, running backs on a team that you know is going to score, and they're not scoring. they're not scoring. You see certain games, you're like, oh, of course, I'm gonna pick this person. They're gonna score, and there'd be some third string, second string wide receiver, tight end that scores the touchdown, and you gotta wait. It's all rigged, man. You just gotta know. And I've been getting their fucking ass. I've been getting their ass because I've been peeping it. Like you just had a third string tight end. I forget what game. Fucking dude I never heard of. Scored like 2 touchdowns. It almost happened with us with the Eagles, the last game, but it was a penalty on the call. Fucking dude, I didn't even know he was on our team. Hurts threw a touchdown to him, but I got called back. But he would have been another no-name ass person scoring a touchdown. Shit is rigged. Yo, Vaughn, you funny. So you're saying it's never the Cowboys year, man. Not since the 90s. I don't know what's going on. Like, man, the Cowboys situation is so fucking crazy. I'm a diehard Eagles fan. Everybody know that. But I'm a sports bettor, so I don't put my heart into this shit. There's no fucking way in the world the Cowboys should have won a Super Bowl probably a couple years ago. Like, the Cowboys on paper team has been so stacked. They've been, and then fucking Quinn is gone. You know, he's coaching now, a head coach now. That was the best defensive coach they had in a long time. But man, the Cowboys teams has been stacked. They've been fucking ready to win the Super Bowl for a minute now. Man, fucking McCarthy, it's not gonna happen with that guy, man. It's not. I'm surprised he didn't get fired. Dak getting hurt just really saved his job. But we'll see how long that lasts. But crazy. I wouldn't be surprised if Dallas beat the Eagles tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised. It's how rigged this shit is. Everybody who got a brain picking the Eagles. But, you know, new quarterback, you can justify the win, you know, and then just say it's on Dak. I'm actually going to put money on it that the Cowboys win anyway, but I'm also going to put money on the Eagles as well. But it'll be 2 different tickets, of course. But I wouldn't be surprised, man. This shit is just so rigged. Yeah, that they clearly, I don't know what the fuck they told Cam, but he ain't been the same since then. That motherfucking just crazy now. That Super Bowl, he clearly did not dive on there, but that motherfucker went to dive on the ball and stopped himself. He fumbled the ball on purpose. That was the biggest rigged shit right there. Like, you know, that's how it happens, man. You don't know what kind of check they gave him. He said, fuck that ring. I take the money. And a lot of those guys do that shit. That shit is rigged, man. And it's the referees, of course, but then you're going to have certain players that's in on it. For, you know, whatever reason. Man. Money, something got over them. Who knows? But, who was that? Somebody was talking about that. You know, it's a contract a lot of these players sign. That basically say, hey, this basically tell them that the shit is rigged. If you say anything, you could lose everything. You know, and then if you could just get players to sign a fucking NDA. You know, get them to sign. It's nothing they can say. They can't come out and say shit, and they lose everything. So, who knows? Excuse me. But I believe this shit is rigged. I know for sure that shit is rigged. It's no fucking way in the world. Yeah, if you already joined Merkabah Academy, the links is in the description, by the way, as always. Links is in the description. Consultations to join the Scholar Society, the link is in the description. So you can just click the link and join. But joining the Scholar Society is completely different from Merkabah Academy. But yeah, you can join both. Yeah, Mahomes is the new. That's obvious. Mahomes is the new Brady. Mahomes the new Brady, and fucking Lamar Jackson is fucking Peyton Manning. Plain and simple. Remember how fucking Peyton could never beat Tom Brady for a while? It's the same thing that's going on with Lamar Jackson. He fucking can't beat fucking Patrick Mahomes for shit. And like they bold with it too. It's scripted. Like they're fucking bold with it. It's crazy to me, like the type of the amount of shit, and somebody always quick to release the video. Like you'll see a lot of these videos floating on social media showing rigged shit happening during Kansas City Chiefs games, like the fucking play call, I mean the referee calls, the holding calls that's not holding calls, like all kinds of shit. So I mean, it is what it is, but I always say, bet accordingly. Bet accordingly. I mean, all you got to do is place your best for Kansas City to win every single game from here on out. They're going to win. I don't think they're going to lose a game. I'll be super shocked if they do. The next Michael Vick. A lot of talented people out there. The next Vic is going to be tough. I mean, Lamar is basically the next Vic, to be honest with you. It's just a better passer. Vic was super dynamic. If the Ravens shore up their defense, I mean, nobody should be able to beat them. But like I said, the shit is great, man. So, we'll see. I see that whole Joe Theismann shit, right? The fact that him and Alex Smith both fucking almost career-ending injuries on the same day, like around the same time, is creepy. You can actually look this shit up. Same day, same time. It was like a certain amount of years apart, of course, but it was like the same fucking numbers adding up. Some creepy shit. I mean, it's stuff like that you look at and you be like, what the fuck? Unless you know it's something more to the game than what the fuck they're telling us. I don't know how you rigged that, but like I said, there's something more shit to it. Guys, I think I took a fucking picture of that shit. Usually when I see crazy stuff like that, I screenshot it. But yeah, like place the best accordingly with that shit because it's rigged. I don't recommend. I mean, you gotta know something about sports anyway. I don't recommend betting unless you do, unless you consider yourself to be super lucky. But a lot of that shit, as I said, you can just tell by now. It's like a feeling you get, like you've seen this shit already before, and that's how I'll be looking at a lot of these games. Like I can just almost feel it. But yeah, it's rigged like fuck. During the time and shit. So. The Bears. Oh, it's that fucking Hail Mary on that shit. That shit made me mad as fuck. I couldn't believe they let him get that Hail Mary. The Bears is crazy. It's always the Bears coach to me. They ain't had a good coach since Lovie Smith. But who knows? We'll see what happened with them. 4 cases disappeared. Yeah, I heard about those people disappeared. Yeah, Vegas joined with these sports books, man. And it's a big conflict of interest for Vegas and all these NFL, NBA to join with the sports books. That's what they end up doing. So Vegas is like running that shit, of course, but it's not like, it's easy to see. You join with the sports books, and how you join with the sports books, and it's a huge conflict of interest for them to join, and we just allow that shit to happen. Like when these plays be going down and shit happens, and it's like, yo, what the fuck is a phantom call, or the referees control the outcome of a game, or all of a sudden the player don't run into the end zone or stop playing or stop running, or they bent somebody. Like, it's fucking crazy. Like, to me, I just lost because Maxey got hurt and went out. That shit be taken off the ticket. Like, that's crazy. Like, how the hell him getting hurt, what they got to do with me? If I place my bet and the player is hurt, we don't got no control over that. They should just take that off. And if you win, you win. Or at least give you your money back. So, yeah, it's a lot of little shit like that, man. But that's why they call it gambling. It's fucking gambling. I've definitely won a lot, so I'm not really complaining too much. But that's why they call it gambling. It's a gamble. Who did you vote for? I voted for Mayor Cheese. I wish I would go vote. Crazy. Man, they got to be giving out something free. Like Xboxes or some shit like that. Give out PlayStation 5s. The line be long as fuck. But yeah, I want to get on it real quick. Yeah, so you guys will be getting a video by tomorrow for sure. Just multiple videos to edit, a lot going on, a lot of stuff I'm putting out. So it's busy. Just want to come out here real quick and do a live. So I ain't been on in a minute. But it's cold in the motherfucker out here now, and I want to get my ass back in there before I get sick. I don't need that. My immune system boosted up. But yeah. Make sure you guys check for your emails, and listen. If you didn't get any emails or anything from me, make sure you email me now. I always try to come on live and say this because then I'll see your email. You know, by the time I get back inside. So if you waiting for emails or didn't get emails for whatever reason, send me an email now so I can know who you are, so I can make sure everything good and you're on the list. Because if you paid, if you're in a society, you should have got the email. So let's figure out what that is. So make sure you send me an email now while I'm like ready to go check it out. And we'll get that taken care of. So send me an email. But yeah, I gotta get out of here, y'all. Peace. I'll see y'all. I'll probably do a live tomorrow. I'll see y'all again. Peace.